What's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. Got another casty cast for you guys. And I haven't casted in a little bit. A lot of the games that I've been casting have been ones that I already did. So, bear with me. I got to give Dano a shout out. He just asked me to give him a shout out. What up, Damo? Damo, dummy. Just kidding. And right now we got, yeah, what's up, Nix? Got you too. Shout out to Nix, aka Woots. So we got LeGenD Hydra and LeGenD Evil. This is 2 vs 2. They're playing against Clan DeD. You got DeD Gom and DeD Durami. And DeD Dom and DeD Durami are both Protoss. And then you got Hydra on the Terran. And you got Evil on the Protoss. So good spot for Evil. You can kind of abuse right here. And this game's probably going to start getting crazy real easy. Oh, someone told me in the comments how to make it so I could fix this. I got to read that again. But so we got Koreans playing against the Western players in 2s. And this is kind of what we've been waiting for. So there's been a lot of games going on. I'm going to do... These guys played 4 games. And then I'm going to do some games of Cole. Kokani partnered with Jose. He played against Gensei Park and Rabbit. So very, very interested to see. I've seen a few of the Gensei Park games. I haven't seen any of these games. But if you guys like the channel, subscribe and give it a video a like. And hopefully, I just learned how to live cast. So hopefully maybe I'll do some live casting this week. Maybe today even. So it's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Got the triple barracks for Hydra. The Koreans going with DeD Gom is Buell, aka 10K. He's second right now. Dingo just passed him. He's first right now in ones. So like Nix told me, put that DND on, which I forgot. So we got the Protoss bottom left. Looks like he's gonna get harassed a little bit. And there's something in that corner that's a probe. And they're going to start boxing in Hydra. Hydra's got the Marines coming out here. Evil doing a nice job making sure he's not going to lose any probes. They're probably... Let's see how the micro comes from Hydra here. Let me turn that volume up. Let's get that volume going. And ooh, nice little spread right there. So he's going to have 3 more Marines right here. Let's see how it's going down here. Getting a couple cannons from Evil. And I will, in the next game that I'm casting, I will explain to you what I think of the Koreans, and then I also explain to you like how I picture them, and I have a sports analogy on how I picture them. Nice little micro here, but he's got the pullback. There's gonna be too many Zealots, and here is already super fast tech from Durami. Durami is a low money ASL player, super good, but also plays. Actually, he plays only fastest, I think, now. So, him and Durami and Buell are a really, really solid team. So, this is cream of the crop from the Koreans. And, obviously, this is cream of the crop from the Western players. But I don't think this is the best Western team. But we'll see. I'll explain a little bit more later. So, it looks like they're going to go for an attack on Evil right now. Hydra gonna get that factory. See if he's gonna get a few medics. Doesn't have. I don't know if he has an academy yet, but I think that Evil's gonna be okay. He's got enough cannons right here. He's got 2 cannons up here, and let's just spread that back a little bit. And did I even say Casty cast in this? I think I did, but can't forget the signature Casty cast. So, is this a gateway? Yeah, probably gonna cancel that gateway. Let's see what the tech is. Yeah, already going to probably have DTs, if not real soon. Durami playing this one really, really nicely. Durami plays at a super fast APM. And it looks like Hydra might be vulnerable to a counter attack because they are going to try to box in Evil here. So Evil wants to always... Okay, he is going to come out here and he's going to see this. So Hydra is going to know to build a barracks here. And his partner, Evil, has a probe in there. So that's what that probe was. Okay. So he's going to see that he's boxed in. I think he should have just built a... I don't know if I agree with this attack right here. So I think he should have just really choked up, knowing that he's in this position. They can really just spot abuse this. That's my thought process. And gonna build a turret here, so I do like the turret build here, but gonna float this over. Let's see. Looks like Buell. Here's your DTs. So this is why very, very risky, and this is gonna go down. He almost had it, but now he's gonna be in trouble here. So doesn't have an extra command center, so not gonna be able to scan or anything, and he's gonna be keep losing those Marines. I think that if he did have that if he did have turret there, he would have been in a really good position. But still, I think he should have just choked up and spot abused. We've seen that. I saw that in a few of Gensei's games. He realized, hey, we're in a position to spot abuse. I'm just gonna spot abuse. So, and Hydra can really turtle up if he wants to, and I'm sure Evil knows how to do it as well. Also, Evil has a really good spot abuse position as well. So the turrets have finished, but Hydra is getting worked by these DTs a little bit. And let's see what you got. Dragoons here. Is this? There's a robotics facility. Let's see if I drop. I don't see a drop just yet. I think they might just try to drop. They're probably gonna try to drop Hydra first, and then go for a huge attack on Hydra because Evil is completely boxed in. So DTs are just gonna keep doing work. Here's your extra command centers. Where is this drop? So, am I missing this drop? There's your cannon. Is this it right here? Here's your Templar drop. Yeah, so that they are going to just drop Hydra. And he's going to start moving all of his units out here. So, once he's able to kill these DTs, he'll be okay. But he is wide open for drops. So, I think this drop's going to hurt him a lot. And this is Durami. So Durami with the drop here. So gonna really just sneak it in, and then he's gonna drop the Templar and hotkey him. I guess he didn't have him hotkeyed. Run these guys in here. Here's your Storm. Gonna stim. So gonna see that. Gonna pull, and yeah, gonna get a nice job off on those SCVs. So down to 16 SCVs. Here's your cannons coming from Evil, and yeah, they could have just choked with that. Would have been even nicer, but Evil could just easily spot abuse here, and then there could have been easy spot abuse here. So I really think that Hydra and Evil really could have made this somewhat of an easier game for them. Here's another drop coming from Durami, and here's your comsat. Let's see, here's your tanks right here. Gonna start spot abusing right here, so gonna start it, but might be a little bit too late. And see if he spots this drop out. It's just gonna slip right through. He was actually ready for it, but he's not gonna get it. And pulling the SCVs, and he has 18 SCVs. Let's see what the supply. 104, 117. Evil's got he's gonna have a Templar drop, so he got some Dragoons. So Evil actually playing this one pretty good. Here's your attack up the front, but this is pretty nicely walled off. So they might actually just go for an attack on Evil. So Evil's going to have to choke up as well a lot. So, but they're going to keep trying to pressure through here. Here's your tanks doing some work down here. And needs to just build maybe even like a Nexus here if he can. Just completely wall this off. But here's your Nexus from Evil. And is this robotics? We're going to get three more robotics. So smart move here. Look at how easy it is for Durami to get dropped here. So we'll see if a drop comes from Evil, and maybe a drop will come from Hydra. He does need to kind of defend against the drops, but here's a drop getting made by Durami. Let's see what Buell is up to. He's got all three of his upgrades. Here's a drop coming on Evil, and gonna get a nice storm off. The placement of the cannons is not going to be beneficial for Evil here, so good job there by Durami getting a nice storm off. And scan coming down. Here's the drop. So drop on Durami, and he's pulling a little bit late. Nice storm, and they're gonna go. Ooh, nice storm right there. So he's gonna get dropped pretty hard. 45 probes, 34. He's got a drop that was coming up here, I thought. So, and now Evil's gonna see how easy it is to continue to drop him. So. Nice little medic here repairing all the SCVs, getting them back to health. And now I think they're going to go for an attack on Evil. So Evil's going to have to make some more cannons, which I think he's about to. I don't see another drop. Hopefully I don't miss one. Here's a drop right here, though. And going to maybe get a nice storm off. Yeah, a nice storm right there. So down to 40, but he's also getting dropped, and he stopped the drop. So good job there by Evil. And no drops have come from Buell. So he's getting 5 robotics facilities right now. Let me make sure my mic is good. And Hydra's coming back. Everybody's pretty good, but actually Buell is pretty far ahead. Here's your tank drop. And gonna try to get this in here, but not able to. So nice attempt there by Hydra. And here's your, it looks like the attack is coming, and I think Buell's upgrades are gonna be insane. Actually, no, I heard something die. So but here I think is your attack. Buell is maxed out. His upgrade's probably just finished, or they should be close. He was getting all 3. Yeah. Here's a drop sneaking in here. Ooh, and this is what they do. They'll kind of flank this with a drop. So they drop Zealots here, and then they attack from the front. Seen that a lot. And this is why I said Evil should have got some more cannons, because he was going to continue to get dropped. And here's the drop just going to sneak in here. And that's the actual drop right here. Not seeing it. Poland, actually, he's going to see it. So, going to get a storm off right there. And going to actually miss the storm. So, but they are just busting through the front right here. And the upgrades are going to be huge for Buell 112. Nothing really that Hydra can do. And it's really hard to even send a tank in. And there's a storm right there, but it's really hard to just send a tank into the bottom left, so he could just sit here with tanks and help his partner out. But here's a drop. This drop wide open to drop. Really could have just dropped Durami and Buell all day. So I mean, they were just wide open to drops all day. Durami's at 13 probes and really low probe count. And so I mean, I think they really could have had this game. So, first game is going to go to Buell and Durami. We'll get right into the next one. So, they played 4 games. And this one, and all 4 games are Protoss Random versus Protoss Random. Oh, and I should have got a water. Okay. So, what I was saying before is I think that yeah, you can have this. Someone asked for candy. So what I was saying before is I think that people have been asking me who are the best players. Obviously, Brain is number 1. I think that Gensei is number 2. And I would compare them to, my analogy is Brain is like Michael Jordan. He is the best. Second best, Gensei, he's like Kobe Bryant. But I think that some of the Western players can be compared to NBA players. They're not, you don't have like a Michael Jordan, but you have like, I think Hydra compares to like Paul Pierce, and like Paul Pierce and his squad on the Celtics were able to beat LeBron's team. So I mean, I think it's really just kind of matchups and people that play together. I think that Hydra and I want to say Cole really good, will be a really good solid team if they play a lot together. If you put Brain and Gensei on the same team, it's like putting Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan on the same team. It's just super unfair. You just can't do, like, it's not even, the competition is not real. So I mean, that's why I think that I like that you have Gam or Buell, Durami. They're a really good team. I compare Buell to, he's kind of like a different type of player, so I kind of compare him to like a Steph Curry. And then I would compare Hamburger Sasu to kind of like a LeBron. But I think that, because Sasu kind of does everything. He plays all the races really good. But he's very He doesn't do anything like crazy spectacular. Buell's got sick micro. But I'll keep expounding on this idea or my thought on this. But this is why I think the Western players, if they have the right team, they can really beat the Korean teams. I think they're like right up there with them. So, like I said, you got Paul Pierce. It'd be like Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. That team where it was Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, all them. They were able to beat LeBron's team, who had Dwayne Wade, all those teams. So you got a little rush right here, and going to box in Hydra. So Hydra's on the Protoss, and we will get. I'll keep explaining this idea a little bit further, but trying to attack this wall, but this is going to get boxed in. So Hydra is for sure going to be boxed in. I really like Buell's. I like the speed lings like this. I've seen that Gensei Park was using this now. It's pretty efficient, and not even going to go with a choke. So Hydra going to be. But Hydra's already going with a super fast tech, which I like, but he might be in some trouble right now. He's got his zealots around his cannon right here, and gonna do a nice little counter attack. This is Evil right here, and then this is Durami. So getting a little counter attack, doing a really nice job taking out these drones. Really good move here by Evil. I really like that attack. So I don't know if he did that on his own. Hydra thought or suggested. I don't know. I don't know who's like kind of commander-in-chief of this team right here, but he's really crushing Buell's drones right here. So really smart move there by Evil. Also getting a choke. So that's another thing that I've realized with the Koreans is you will go for an attack like this, but they will counter you ASAP Rocky. So you got to defend right away, and you got to defend hard. About 4 or 5 cannons, or like something like this where this is kind of completely walled off, because I think they are just going to go for right for an attack on. This is what they'll do. So you got to really defend. Maybe get 5 cannons. So this is what I've seen with Gensei, but this is defended pretty nicely. So completely walled off. So good job there. And they know if you do a lot of damage to them early, then you can really kind of just turtle up a little bit. And see, they just go one or the other, and they're just going to keep trying to. Both players have to really defend a lot. Even if you're boxed in, you kind of have to defend. So gonna start choking up as well. Got a good spot to spot abuse Buell right here, and Buell just gonna keep trying to annoy, maybe try to take out this gateway. Let's see what Durami's got going. He's probably got he's going with a robotics facility, and now they're gonna box in. Yeah, so now they're gonna try to box in Evil. So Hydra should be okay, and Hydra had some really nice tech. He's ready. So I mean, this is looking really favorable for Hydra and Evil, especially since they're in a good position and they did a lot of work to Buell early on. And Evil gonna start coming out here, and this is, I don't know if I agree with this, because you can get a little bit carried away with this kind of attack right here. You might get countered, and you're gonna lose a lot of your units. Sometimes it's just better to get a robotics facility and pick up your zealots and put them over here, and then help your partner break out at the same time and do a flank. I think too many times you just waste too many zealots, and you're still going to be boxed in like that. So I mean, it just didn't work out. I haven't been liking that that kind of attack. So should be a drop coming soon from Hydra. He's going to drop the zealots in here, and he can probably just drop them right here, take out these right here. So I think that's what he'll do. He'll see that opportunity. And just so you guys know, I don't watch any of these games before. I don't know what happens. Except for the ones for no tech. The ones for, oh, he's checking out here. There is tech though. The ones for Gensei, I saw a few of them just on Gensei's stream. But yeah, so he's going to see the tech. So he could probably kill a couple probes while he's there. But this is a good move for. Oh, there's your Reaver. So this is a good move from Hydra. And Hydra's going to have to get some. He's got Dragoons. So smart move there. Both of them should be getting Dragoons. And just going to try to take out. I think he took out the Hydra's Den and the Queen's Nest right there. Maybe there's a Spire. And yellow is actually. Oh, yellow is Durami. Okay, so Durami tried to help out his partner. Hydra doing a really nice job microing this Reaver, killing a ton of drones right there. And somehow Buell got a ton of drones. He already had maybe 30 or so drones. He's going to keep losing drones, keep making the Dragoons. And there should be a drop coming. Here's the drop, but nothing in it. So going to keep microing this. So really doing a really nice job here. The one thing about Buell is Buell has a sick Zerg. Going to get another, almost get a shot off. So Dragoons coming in here. We've seen that in the past in one of my games that partner will bring in the Dragoons to help out with the drops when he's a Zerg player. So both players, Evil and Hydra, getting Dragoons, smart to just stop the drops. And now they can really just spot abuse. And what they need to do is defend against the drops really well. And then Evil should just put a lot of his units out here and then just kind of run them around and try to take this out. And I haven't seen a drop yet. Should get that triple, and Hydra should get a triple. There's a triple. Yeah, you always want to get that triple. There's a drop coming, and is this a Templar drop? Reaver drop, and he's gonna pull the drones. Get a shot off on these right here. 37 drones. Not gonna connect. Excuse me. Here's Durami's drop. So he's got 2 Reavers and 4 Zealots, and a lot of the times they like to drop everything here and really just kind of make you. If you don't have Dragoons, then you're screwed. But I think Hydra will be okay. He's got all these Dragoons right here. Gonna see this. And gonna snipe out. I think he sniped out the Reaver. So good job there. And he is going to be okay. And Evil should be getting drops somewhat soon. He's got an Observer. Here's your Scourges. And they're just going to continue to. Here's a drop coming. They're going to continue to kind of just build up. Here's your Mutas and a Reaver drop. And that might connect. Move it up to this side. And it's not going to connect. And he's going to pick it up. Oh, it did connect. And he got some kills. So really nice job there. And I think it still has a Reaver in there. No, okay, the Reaver did die. Here's another drop coming from Durami. And 2 Templars in here. Should have some Templar drops coming from Hydra. And also Evil should have a drop. Here's your Observer. And this is one thing that Koreans do, is they always get these Observers out here, so they're always ready for the drops. Smart move here by Durami, building the cannons around. Here's that drop. And let's see if it's in the back one. So going to, ooh, he dodged that one. And there's your Storm. And Hydra not going to lose too many of his, not going to lose too much. Here's your Mutas coming in here. So Buell going to be extremely annoying and take out at least 1 shuttle right there. Let's see if he's got a Queen's Nest, but he just has Mutas for now. So he'll probably be getting the Hive pretty soon. Here's another drop coming from Durami, and the drops are just going to keep coming extremely fast. Going to try to snipe that out. I'll probably jump the Templar. Not going to get it. So nice job there by Hydra. Going to see that. And let's see if the Mutas are going to come in here. Maybe try to take out this right here. And oh, he's upgrading Storm right now. So a little bit late on his upgrading. Oh, he almost took out that shuttle, which he's going to maybe take it out. Another drop. No, that's okay. So trying to, I don't know if he's trying to bait this over here, but Hydra should have more cannons than this. I do think, knowing that Buell is extremely annoying with his Mutas, but he's got a lot of Dragoons, and I haven't seen. Evil needs to start dropping a lot. He needs to just get the drops going. Here's a drop coming from Hydra, and he put it in the first. That's a smart job. He got all of the drones, so beautiful drop right there. So good job there by Hydra. And I'm guessing here's a drop coming from Durami, and you can just see that. I mean, Durami just drops consistently fast. There's a nice Storm. He's gonna probably get all of Hydra. Hydra gonna go down to 27 pros right there, and Evil needs to start dropping, and he should have been dropping a while ago. I don't know why he has not. I know he's massing up, but when you play against Koreans, you really gotta drop them as well, as fast as they do. So Templar, drop, get a shuttle, drop, get a shuttle, drop, get a shuttle, drop. So should be as fast as Durami is dropping, because look at, they don't get any defense. could easily have dropped Durami multiple times. Could have just chilled a shuttle here for a little bit and played around with it. And here's your frontal attack. 111 upgrades for Evil. He's got some pretty decent drop defense. We'll see if another drop comes from Hydra. I'm sure he's got a drop coming soon. And get a micro. I heard you. I don't know where this drop here. I don't know where it's at exactly. I don't see that drop. Gonna send these guys back. And needs to try to. He's trying to bust out here. But he needs to get a drop. I don't know why Evil hasn't dropped. I mean, I don't mean to be shitting on you, Evil, but you should be dropping by now. It's 13 minutes into the game. So Hydra's gonna start building up his base, kind of build up this corner. I know he's trying to push out here. He's got a Reaver here. Should be able to bust out here, but really giving Buell a lot of time. And obviously Durami is able to continually to drop. So gonna pull this one off and get the Templar through. And there's your first storm. Second storm, he's got 4 Templars. So doing a really nice drop right there. Hydra down to 36 probes. And Evil slowly busting out here, but if you're not continuing to drop the Protoss and the Zerg, it's almost impossible. The Zerg is going to be able to get I mean, if you're only dropping once on the Zerg, the Protoss is just going to build as many cannons as they want, and they're going to continue to drop one of you guys, so one of you guys is going to be broke. So you want, when you're 2 Protosses, you can each drop the other players, so both players can be broke versus the 2 of you, only one of you guys should be broke. So Hydra's the one that's been getting dropped all game. Evil hasn't. He should make about 6 robotics facilities right here and just do a huge Reaver drop. Here's another drop. Gonna turn around, but that's the second drop he just tried out. So Evil's starting to push out here. He must have here's his robotics facilities. He should just use these as well to start dropping. Here's a nice storm right here. And is there a storm over here? Okay, no. So he's really busting out here, but I'm guessing Guardians are going to be on the way pretty soon. Yeah, they are on the way. So, and here's a drop coming. And not going to get that storm off. So, but Evil is starting to push out here. So, and his upgrade should be 2-2 now. Let's see. 2-1-1. But Buell is actually really, really big right now. Also, Buell and Durami right now are 17-0. They haven't lost yet, so they've been destroying everybody. Here's a drop. Smart move here. I like this move by Hydra. Gonna actually go in the corner and not drop here. Pulling the drones, but these guys might run into... That's a good drop, though. I think that's a smart drop. And, but now look at Durami and Buell are doing a really good job. Drone wise, 57 for Buell. Hydra's got enough enough probes, but his base isn't big. Evil's got a big base, decent base for Durami, but I do think that Durami needs to get dropped, and Evil should have done that already. 2-2-2 upgrades, and let's see, 1-0-2 for Durami. Getting some cannons for his partner, so smart move there by Durami. And here's another drop from Durami. Let's see if there's a Reaver maybe in here. 7 Templars in here. That's another thing, is they drop with a ton of Templars. When I say they, I mean the Koreans. So here's a drop coming from Hydra. And he's going to go right up the front. I think someone's going to sneak through. Might get that storm off. Nice little storm. Beautiful storm right there by Hydra. He's going to get stormed right here. His partner's going to tell him. And he's pulling his probes right now. So nice storm. This is going to be a ton of Templars. 4 storms are going to go off. 5 storms. And that is one thing that they do is, and I think another storm happens. So 6 storms is they bring in so many Templars. And more Guardians getting made. Evil, I don't know why you haven't dropped once. You need to drop once. Especially the Protoss down here. Could have easily dropped the Protoss down there. Starting to move in here. Let's see what the upgrades are. Level 1 on the Carapace. Starting to push in on Buell right here. Here's a drop coming on Hydra. And Hydra just going to keep getting dropped by Durami. So, Hydra at 37 probes. And now Evil going to do a smart move and just really start cannon up the middle. This is going to stop his partner, stop Durami from really being able to help out his partner. But Evil needs to kind of defend his base, so he can't get dropped anymore. Here's a nice drop coming in from Evil, and he's got 3 Templars. Yeah, like at least 3 Templars, 3 Storms right there, absolutely destroying Buell. So good job there by Hydra. And these Reavers in the middle should be doing work. And now I think they're going to go for the attack. But here's a drop coming on Hydra. Gonna pull. This is gonna be a Reaver drop. So smart move here by Durami. Probably gonna take out the main right here, and that is going to hurt. It's gonna storm those Reavers right there. Double storm right there. So gonna take out those Reavers. So he is going to survive. And I think Durami's just gonna continue to do that. So Hydra's main is gone, and Evil gonna start taking out the sides. Yeah, Evil, if you watch this game next time, go for drops as well. And you should have some probes in your partner's base and helping him D up, because he's been getting dropped all game. Kind of like how Durami is doing for his partner, building a bunch of cannons for his partner. You should be building cannons for your partner. So, but I mean, I'm not the one playing, so, but that's just that's what my thoughts are. Gonna probably just continue to drop Buell right here. Hydra is not broke, but he did lose his main, and now a drop coming on both. Both players are gonna drop, and this might be a huge Reaver drop. This is actually gonna have a ton of Zealots in here, so this is gonna be a big time drop, and this could GG it for Hydra right here. So gonna drop everything in here. Huge drop here, and ooh, we pull them back. So gonna storm Durami pretty nicely. Durami at 4K and 7 or 8K. This is gonna hurt Hydra a lot. So almost dead right here. He's got the Arbiter, which is actually really gonna save the day right here. This is completely fortified in the middle. So Evil needs to try to kill Buell. And this is what Durami is gonna just continue to do. He's got 66 probes. Here is, and he's just going to continue to attack. And there should be 3-3 upgrades, 3-2-3 upgrades. Going to use this Expo over here, and Hydra is dead over here. So we'll probably see a drop do the same exact thing. Look at all these shuttles, but he's going to do it the same thing as on Evil. And yeah, blue is pretty much dead, and there's not really much. But the thing is, Durami can send all of these units over and just drop them inside of the base. I don't know what this is. This is a drop. Actually, accidental sending those over. But he's just going to pick all these up and drop them inside of Buell's base. So this fortifying is working out. And Hydra going to have a little Expo over here. He's going to be able to continue to drop. He's got an Arbiter, and his base is not completely dead. So, but here's the drop that's going to help out his partner. Just going to drop everything in here, probably storm, and might even drop a probe or two. He should probably be using this probe right here. Once this is all dead, he can start using the probes and just really just build a bunch of cannons for his partner, because if his partner can survive, then this is going to be GG. So I think Evil's finally sending over some probes to help out his partner build up his base. Unless he was dodging a drop. I don't think so, though. Or he's trying to get rid of some of his probes. But he should leave some of these probes in here. Really just build some cannons for his partner. And here's your Expo for Hydra. And nice little storm here. Just trying to get rid of these probes, I think. And he's probably going to start building some cannons inside of here. And the thing is, Durami's just going to continue to do these drops to help out his partner. And if his partner is not getting dropped, which he's not. He's at 53 drones. He's going to be able to, he will be able to survive this. And which he's going to be sending this over. But if he does go for a drop on the main of Evil, then I think his partner is going to die. So it depends on what his choice is. So is he going to help his partner, or is he going to try to drop Evil? So, and this is where I think that, like, when you have Kokanee on your team, he's the player that would tell you, okay, he would be dropping, he would have been dropping, or he would have built a bunch of cannons in here and helped out his partner. See if he's got stasis. So stasis may help out if he's got it. I don't know if he's got it upgraded though. So a bunch of storms, and this is not going to be good for Hydra. And he's got the Arbiter. He's trying to micro this Arbiter, and it's going to finally go down. Here's a big attack coming on Buell. And so actually Durami's just going to kill Hydra right here. Not going to see this Expo though, so doesn't know about the Expo right here. Picking up some more units, and here's the first drop from Evil, and finally, and he's going to get a storm off, so that's exactly what he needed to do. I know, I'm getting frustrated in this game. This game could have been over a long time ago. Here's a drop coming from Durami, going to help out. Hydra telling his partner to build some cannons for him over here so his base is safe. But look at, Buell is not dead yet, so, and Hydra's base is basically dead over here. So that was a big time storm by Evil. And going to continue to just mass up. He's at 10k. He can get rid of another 12 probes. Here's a drop coming from Hydra, so smart move there. Another storm. Keeping the drops coming. So Hydra, even though he's basically dead, really carrying this one. Doing a nice job right there. So another little expo for Hydra over here. And Evil needs to make some cannons. He has got a probe coming over here. Make sure his partner does not die. Durami probably just going to pick up another bunch of Zealots. And he's got all the money in the world. And Evil should have tried to drop him at least once. Look at, there's no defense here. All day. All day. I know he's busy over here, but just build one shuttle and one Templar, pick it up and bring it down here. Barely have to like do that much. It's not that. I mean, I was the biggest at dropping, so like I was really good at dropping. So maybe I'm a little biased. Here comes, there we go. Here's a drop coming from Evil. So gonna sneak this one in, and they're just gonna keep dropping. So it's smart move. They're gonna just keep dropping the Zerg. So looks like Buell might be dead here. Needs to build a lot of cannons for his partner. It's very hard for a Zerg to come back to life, but it's easier for a Protoss to come back to life. And I'm guessing Hydra will get a. He's got some Zealots here. I'm guessing he's going to get a Nexus back in his base and really start rebuilding his base. Here's a drop coming on him. Gonna see this Exo might drop a Zealot here. We'll see. No, he's just going to go right for it. So here's a drop and nice storms here. You always want to keep a couple Templars in your base. Going to get a storm off, but that's not going to be the worst thing. He's already got 13k in the bank. So, but see, he needed to get those cannons here. Now, this is dead. So, gonna have to build some cannons here, or just put some Dragoons here and help out his partner. So, sending the probes over here. It does have some cannons here, so this is going to be helpful. And I'm guessing, I think that maybe a recall. I mean, a recall would really just end this game. But look at, there's literally nothing here. You could just put a Reaver back here, and this is over. So I think that Evil and Hydra will learn from this game. But definitely could have ended this game a lot earlier. So Hydra gonna take back his Expo over here. And this is completely fortified in the middle. So once this is dead, I think Hydra's just, yes, Hydra started mining here. So I think cannons are going to come all around. So he should be okay. Maybe want to build a couple cannons in here. A couple cannons in here. Give his partner. His partner is just going to keep building cannons. And you guys will just know that you guys won this game. If you guys keep building cannons and just try to drop the Protoss as much as you can. So both both Evil and Hydra should just go for drops, and Evil should just build a ton of cannons. So I think they're going to have this one. And here's a drop coming from Evil. And Evil's going to see how easy this drop is going to get in here. So, and here's a huge recall and a bunch of shuttles in here. So, but here's that drop pulling, and gonna get a nice storm off, and gonna get them down all the way down to 26 probes, 20 probes. So, and for this is why you always want to have an Arbiter at your base, at home base, as well as Templar. So he's got the Templars here, so he should be completely fine. He'll be fine for this. He's got the Templars in here. As soon as these drop, he'll use these Templars. He's pulling, and there was a stasis right here, but nice storm right there. Doesn't really have to worry too much. His main got down a little bit, but not too bad. There's this Templar just chilling in here. This guy's got another storm, so he can actually storm, and the GG should be called pretty soon. So I think that Hydra and Evil are going to have this one. I do think that yeah, whatever, Hydra's completely on point. They should have won this one a lot sooner. I was actually not super impressed with Durami this game, but they put so much pressure. This is why there's the difference in styles. When you play Koreans, they put so much pressure on you, and then they get no defense. So you're always worried about the pressure, but you can put slight pressure on them, and it's really easy sometimes because they don't get that many cannons, especially someone like Durami. Kansai's a little bit tougher because he actually gets a lot of cannons and a lot of defense. And that's why I think him and Rabbit are actually a better twos team than Durami and Buell. So, but I haven't seen all the games of Durami and Buell, of these two. This is the first 2 games I've seen of them play. And I've seen Gensei. I haven't seen all the games of Gensei and Rabbit. And here's a drop coming here. All these cannons are really going to do a nice job. And one other thing that the Koreans have in their advantage is, well, I know that Gensei and Rabbit do is they're talking to each other. So they're constantly saying, hey, start dropping, or drop with me. I'm dropping at the same time. So they're on speaker with each other together. So I don't know if that's the case with Buell and Durami, and I'm almost positive that's not the case with Hydra and Evil. So basically, here's a drop right here. So going to get all of the probes. So that's why I think that when you play and it's a lot easier to communicate when you're talking with your partner. Storm you, you know. So I mean, that's one thing that Gensei and Rabbit definitely have in their advantage. And then also just kind of talking out ideas. Hey, I'm at 150 supply. Should I start maxing out? There's the GG. So going to be 1-1, and we'll get right into the next one. So Durami 285 APM, Evil played at 200 APM, Hydra 194, Buell at 250, and people say that RJB says that Buell doesn't play fast enough. I think he does play fast enough. He plays at 250. I think playing at 250 APM is fine. 250 to sometimes he even plays up to 320, and I think if even at 250 APM is plenty. So I disagree with RJB on that. So, and that's why I think that Buell is one of the top players for sure. He's definitely a top player. So, okay, so we got Evil. Let's see where Evil's at. Protoss top right, and Hydra top left, and then Buell is going to be top middle, so going to be in a tough position. And so it's going to be 2 Protosses versus a Terran and a Protoss. And this will be a good spot for Evil to drop, so hopefully he does some drops this game. And he's going to need to, for sure. So I'm guessing that Buell is going to try to cannon in. They might just cannon in both players. We'll see. And then just go for a mass drop. Keep mass dropping on the Protoss and Terran. Here's your scout. Koreans really do the same thing almost every game when they're Protoss. Pylon on 7. And gateway on 9. Then 2 more gateways. And Hydra's saying he's surprised how long the Zerg survived. And that's what I'm saying. Buell has a sick Zerg, and that's why I compare him to Steph Curry. He's different in a way. His Zerg is so different. It's so good. He's got a sick Terran. It's like his ZVT's insane for ones. I'd say one of the best, if not the best ZVT. And his Zerg is just, I think it's almost one of the best, if not the best Zerg. So, and that's what like Steph Curry kind of changed the game when he was. When he's playing, he's a shooter, and he's not like super fast or anything. So I compare him to Steph Curry, and Durami, I don't know who I would compare him to. I don't really know enough about him, but Koreans always go with the super fast tech. Probably gonna get a gas soon. Here's your forge, so going to probably go for the Protoss bash on the probes. Probe bash. Maybe wanted to put that pylon a little bit closer, but Evil's good at handling this pretty easily. He's got his zealot in a nice little place there. There's their 3 other zealots that are going to spawn. He's probably going to lose 1 probe though. Ooh, he's actually going to run around. So really good job there by Evil. And that's one thing that Evil's good at. He can handle that early pressure. Some players can't. They'll lose a couple probes, and it's huge, nice micro from Hydra right here. And this is one thing that Hydra has going for him, is with his Terran, he's got absolutely sick Marine micro. Even though he's gonna get boxed in here, his micro is absolutely insane, and I really think it's on the level of Koreans. Smart move here by Evil, taking out, and this is gonna be beautiful. So really good job here by Evil and Hydra. And I really think that was done by Hydra there with this micro. Really did a really nice job microing his Marines, taking that out. And just insane. That was, and this is like top level Protosses right here. Korean Protoss. Nice counter right here by Evil. Smart move. But now he's got to get that defense, which he is. So smart move here. This is what I like. Stack attack coming. So I like the move from Evil. And now he's just got to be prepared for, a counter. So I do like that. He's getting 2 cannons. I think he should get 1 more, getting that gateway right here. And yeah, that's it. This is how you got to play it. So smart move. He's in a good position to really spot abuse. And you know that the tech is going to be insane from the Koreans. So, and this is the one thing that I see that Gensei Park does, is he always gets that quick command center, and he will scan, and he will see exactly what the tech is. So we'll see if Hydra, and he's sending this over, so this is going to help out with the tech as well. So finding out what your opponent is doing is huge. So I think that Evil's going to probably go for Dragoons, so he can try to stop the drops. And Hydra's just going to have to stop the drops as well. And the tech is going to be slower for Buell here, because he's probably just going to go for a mass. And that's the one thing, is if you can survive not getting revered, you know they're not going to have any mass whatsoever. They go for all drops. So I mean, let's count how many zealots there are. 9, 10. So 10 zealots. So they're gonna drop them inside your main. So you need to have the dragoons, which you should be. There's your dragoons. So smart move here. So Evil playing this one nicely. Here's your tech, being able to see the tech and bringing these guys back. And he's gonna pick those up and probably just drop them in here. Gonna go for the attack with the zealots and then bring in the reavers right after, and then start storming if he can. And they try to get you broke early, and then they start massing up, because they figure that their drops are going to be way faster than yours, which they usually are, and then you're not even going to be able to mass. And that's kind of how they play. So if you can counter it, then you're good. Smart move there, telling Evil to get a turret inside his base, because sometimes they go for DT drops as well. So here's that drop. Just going to drop all these zealots in here and go for the attack. Going to come back, pick up the reavers that are probably getting made. And this is going to get handled pretty nicely. And you could probably micro these guys a little bit, but this is going to get handled pretty nicely from Scan coming down. And I think he scanned this, so he's going to see that there is reavers. So this is exactly they're playing this one really, really smartly. A lot of props to Hydra and Evil this game. And DTs are going to be coming from, let's see. Yeah, DTs coming from, ooh, tank drop, beautiful. Dang, really playing this one sickly. So, and going to fake. Oh, he's going to wait for this one to go a little bit over. So really, really nice job there. Beautiful job there. This is how you counter these guys. You got a drop coming on Hydra. He's got his Marines back here, but tank did some work and he got some kills. So here's that drop and Reaver drop. Ooh, he could have dropped the Reaver a little bit closer. Gonna get a storm off, and Hydra at, I think he lost about 15. And now he's down to 28 SCVs. And so that's gonna hurt him a little bit. He does have the triple command center, so that's good. And Durami is going to just keep dropping. So that's the one thing is I think that Evil can start doing, nice spot out right there, is get those Dragoons, and then instead of going with a Citadel like this, go right into a Reaver, because this is always going to be wide open against these guys. Here's a drop coming. This should get spotted out. These guys are in good position, so nice spot out there. And get your goons and a late Reaver, I think, will work against these guys all day. You can get that Reaver and 2 Zealots, drop it in there. Take out a cannon if you can. Buell is getting pretty good defense here, though. Gonna pick up the DTs, try to drop that in here. Here's a drop coming from Hydra. And going to get, he's not going to get any kills on this, but making him move. And this is going to be a synced up drop, I'm guessing, between Buell. Nope, so it's not going to be synced, but going to get spotted out. And Evil building some cannons for his partner, so smart move there. Nice little micro, but that was a really nice storm. And there's a storm right here, so 4 Templars in this is really going to hit Hydra pretty hard, but he actually dodged that pretty nicely. So he's going to be fine there. So he is playing this one really, really nicely. So, and the storms are going to start coming from Evil hopefully soon. 9 minutes in the game. He's getting cannons in his base. Not sure why he gets the cannons here. I always think that getting them here is a little bit better. But, and here's another drop. And they're just going to keep trying to drop the Terran. So, 4 Templars in here. And there's a gonna drop, and this one's gonna get through, and there's gonna be at least, ooh, and a snipe out with the tank, so not gonna lose too many of his SCVs, so good job there. And now we need to start seeing some drops from Evil real soon. So and here's a tank drop from Hydra. So this is what I'm saying. He gets no defense. So and now I think he's just going to leave this tank in here, act like there's not a tank in here, which would be a smart move. And I think he should have just left that tank in there, like there's no tank in there. Let him bring the probes back after he kills this tank, and then drop the tank and siege up. So, but he's going to go back, pick up some more tanks, and really playing this one like a boss. And so I want to see how when I watch Gansei and Rabbit play, I want to see how they play their Protoss Terran and also their Protoss Zerg, and how they beat like Kokani and stuff like that. So I like to see their style. Here's another drop coming, and Hydra started to just build up his base. Nice little repair action from him, playing at 200 APM. And Buell, I haven't seen a drop from Buell, but he's building a lot of cannons. So he's really more so worried about getting dropped. Here's this will be a big time drop coming from Durrami. And Durrami is a really good dropper, in my opinion. Got this main down pretty far. So here's another drop. And this was probably going to get right through. And there's probably a bunch of Templars in here. There's your storm. Nice storm right there. And here's your first drop from Evil. So I mean, it's about time, and he should have been dropping a lot sooner. And gonna get a nice storm off. So I know he's building stuff for his partner, but he's got 2K in the bank, and it's very easy to make a Templar drop. So and you could just put it right in the corner and bring it all the way down. So Hydra really carrying this game. And another storm. So I'm talking about, Evil. Keep the drops coming like this. Very easy. And you got the Templar. You just keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Here comes a big drop from Durrami. Always want to keep a Templar at your home base just in case. In case it's like a big time Reaver drop, but I don't think it will be. It's going to be a nice storm though. He's got 4 Templars in here. And Evil going to lose about 30 of his probes. And you got a big tank drop from Hydra. And super smart move. Playing this one like a beast. So and now let's see what I think. What is this? I'll send all these guys down here. So I think he spotted out. So smart move there. He did spot out the tank drop. He's going to bring these guys down to help out. Scanning this out to see if this is open. And it's going to get caught up. So, and he's bringing all these guys down here. So that was a smart move here. Maybe he'll just bring it back over here and try to maybe just drop. Here's a drop coming though. And they're going to probably go for it at the same time. Ooh. And yeah, not going to get that drop off. So I think he just dropped it. But Hydra has a lot of money in the bank. He's got 5 extra command centers, so he's going to be fine. So he can just continue to... He's going to start building up his base real soon. He's got 3K in the bank. And we'll probably see some drops coming from Evil, but... and here's your Dark Archons from Buell. And Buell needs to start dropping. And I think he's going to. But he's a little bit late on his dropping. So... Scans coming down. Big time drop. Let's see if there's Reavers in here. Archons. Yeah, this is a main drop. So we're gonna go right after the main with this. And this is why you always want to keep a Templar around here, because when they drop a main drop like this and they go after your main, I guess it's not too much of a main drop, so should be okay. But you want to always keep 1 Templar in here. It's always better to have a lot of Templars than just all Dragoons. So, and looks like Hydra is 165 supply. Everybody's, and Evil's basically maxed out. So basically, most of them are maxed out. So they're gonna go. They're gonna be able to, and yeah, nice drop. See, this is why you don't do this, because when the Templar is hotkeyed, it's almost always a little bit faster. So good job there by Evil. So really keeping Buell somewhat broke here. Here's a drop coming on Evil. And there's a storm. Gonna dodge that one pretty nicely. So Evil has 82 probes, 78 for SCVs, and now I think they're just gonna start moving out. Hydra's starting to build up his base, and Evil gonna start building up his base, and he's probably just gonna continue to storm. I think he just can continue to storm Buell here. Maybe send down a storm down here as well. Send down a storm. Bring the... This is... And one thing is... Kind of need to trick Koreans. Bring the storm down here. Then bring it over here. And then bring it over here. So... Because they're always... They'll be ready for it. Because they're going to see this. And then they're going to expect the drop here. But then if you sneak it over here... You can even let it sit over here for a little bit. And then they'll be doing one of their drops, and then you can just drop them, get them all. So That's how I think to play against these guys. And but everybody has their own styles, but that's how I think to play against Koreans is one of the best ways. Here's a drop coming from Durami, and this is gonna have a lot of Zealots, probably 4 Templars in one of these, and a lot of nice. Ooh. Is he gonna lose all his probes? Double drop, so really big drop coming on. This will be a Reaver drop. It's gonna be a main drop, so they're gonna take the main out. I think DT's in here as well, and gonna take out the main. So Hydra gonna lose his main right now. So that was a nice drop there. I think he just got dropped all over here, but that was a really nice drop there by Buell. But thing is, Evil is basically maxed out, so he should go for a huge drop if he can, or just start pushing out here. Hydra's actually help him push out right here. I think Hydra in this next game when he plays Terran, he'll get at least 2 bunkers around his main. We'll see. We'll see. Here's another drop. So this could be a main drop. Nice Reaver right here. And gonna get the storms off. And Evil still has 81 probes, so he pulled his probes really nicely there. So not gonna lose many of his probes. This Reaver's actually really helping out a lot. And they're starting to take over Buell's base. So Buell's kind of broke. He's got 78 supply. So Evil should definitely start going on the offensive and start busting out here. He's got the 2 Reavers. He's maxed out. Knowing that you're maxed out, he should start going on the attack. His partner is going out on the attack as well. Here's some DTs right here, so this is gonna really nice job there by Buell. And I know it's hard. I mean, I know it's hard. You continue to get dropped, and look at this. I mean, he's got the Templars in here, and it's every time it's 4 shuttles, and then it's another 4 hallucinated shuttles, and it's another drop. Continue to get dropped and dropped and dropped. So the Reavers in here are gonna be huge. So I do like the Reaver placement in here. Just leaving the Reavers in here. They help out against the drops. So I like that. And Hydra going to start just pushing out. He did go with those ton of extra command centers, so that's super helpful. So, and I think that maybe he should get 1 bunker. But here's the attack coming from Durami. And this will probably get destroyed by all of these tanks right here. He's actually probably going to drop this on the tank. So it's a smart move by Durami. Laying the mines. So really smart move there by Hydra. I saw Gensei Park do that. That's exactly what you need to do. And now Evil's starting to push out. So this one's definitely looking like Evil and Hydra are going to take this one. So, and another drop. That's a Reaver in here. So nice storms right here by Buell, but gonna keep laying the mines here. Some scans gonna come down, and really smart move here by Hydra, playing this one like a boss. And another drop. You don't need this many Corsairs, and that, like, I'm not shitting on you guys. I'm not shitting on Evil. I think it's just a thing that they're going to learn in the future. When you play against Koreans, you don't need that much. You need 1 Corsair and then 1 shuttle. And then you can literally drop them every time. But that's just, and that's why Koreans get used to playing Western players, and then Western players get used to playing Korean players. And I'm telling you, I think that, so like, I was just talking to Dano, Cole, and all them. Or no, I wasn't talking to Cole, but I was talking to Dano, and Dano was saying that Cole and all them expressed the same opinion, that Western players would dominate the Koreans, and that's definitely not the case. I definitely think that Western players can compete with the Koreans, but the Koreans are super good at 2s. It's not even close to dominating. I actually think that the Koreans are better at 2s, except for like some certain teams on the Western side. You would have to be like Hydra and Cole, but they'd have to play a lot more. could compete. Hydra and like Jose, Cole and Jose. Here's another drop coming from Evil. I think Evil, if he plays a lot, nice, but 3. So when you do 3, that's beautiful. So miss the storm, but that's why you go at 3 Templars, because usually you only get 2 of those as a feedback. So it's always good to drop 3 Templars. Nice attempt there by Evil. I think Evil can get up there as well. I've seen him play. He hasn't been playing as much, but when he gets in top shape, he will be crushing it. So I think he's one of those players. I remember Gohan and Evil used to be sick. I saw a couple of their games, and they were just killing it. So look at these mines, really doing a nice job. Bringing these over, going to maybe try to snipe out the drops. Ooh, I think he was going to try to snipe out drops if he could. And a couple of Templars in here, so I think leaving these in here to help out if there's a huge Reaver drop. So I like that move by Evil. And Evil going to go for another drop. He's getting Arbiters, I think. He's got an Arbiter Tribunal. But hopefully this game isn't get corrupted. When you start building turrets, there's no turrets on the side though. So I think there was a drop that was coming soon. There it is. So this is gonna get in real easily. So this drop should be easy right here. So, but and gonna dodge. And if you have 4 Templars in here, we get 3 storms off. Another storm, yeah. See, so really nice job there by Evil, and even another storm. That a beautiful job there by Evil. So that's Evil. Good job right there. A lot of players want to go in with 2 Templars. You want to at least go with 3. That's what he did with Buell over here. He only got 2 feedbacks on that, but that 3rd storm he had it, but he just barely missed it. So a nice job here by Hydra with the Valkyries, taking out all these shuttles. And really nice job here by Evil, giving his partner some drop defense. I'm loving it. So this is what they needed to do in the first game. And Evil needed to get his partner some drop defense because he had a ton of money. So they are really keeping, Evil's dropping like a boss this game. And doing a really nice job. Here's a drop over here. And let's see if, where's those Valkyries at? So Valkyries are over here. So this drop may hurt Evil, or this might hurt. Ooh, he's got the rates here. So I think he saw it. So he's got the rates here. He's scanning for it. So Hydra really doing a nice job trying to scan. And they're starting to bust through on Buell. Need to scan right here to kill these DTs. And this drop's going all the way around. So really buying some time with these rates. Making that drop reroute. And he's going to have to pick it up. And now he's going to maybe try to drop Evil. But Evil and Hydra are playing this one really strongly. Really strongly. Here's a drop coming on Evil. He's got the Reavers in here. He's got the Templars. So, ooh, they're out of. This one might have a storm. You always want to save 1 storm for when they drop right here. He's got the help with the rates, but this main might go down. The Reaver's helping out a lot. And, ooh, he's going to lose his main. Ooh, that almost hit, but it didn't. So, not going to lose his main. He didn't lose any of his probes, so should be fine. And now it looks like they are taking over on Buell's base. So I think this one is going to be over. And the rates are in here. Got the Valkyries over here. And yeah, it was not even like 1 hit. It was really small. So really nice job. I think that Evil and Hydra played this one really nice. Evil consistent with his drops, pretty consistent with his drops. But could just a small minor improvement, just a few more drops, and he'll be good. Super good job with his building cannons for his partner, helping his partner get some defense. Hydra, super nice job with the drops on with the tanks. So I mean, this one, I mean, they couldn't have played this one. I mean, they could have played it better, but they played this one really good. And this is what I'm saying is, I mean, they won this one pretty handedly. If the Western players could get it into a little bit longer game, I feel like that they will almost always, not almost always, but they, that's when they're at their best. So Koreans want to try to end it as soon as possible. So the GG should get called pretty soon. Really, really strong performance. I think that Durami played this one pretty good. Here's another drop coming in here, but I think Buell was the weak link on this one. So I think this one was Durami. This was lost by Buell, I think. He went with the feedback, and definitely don't go with feedback unless you're Brain. Because Brain sometimes, Brain can get all three. So there's a GG. Score is going to be 2-1. And we got one more game. So, hey, if you guys you like the games, give it a like, you know, and subscribe. But and leave a comment. What do you guys think? Western players, Korean players? I mean, I know there's bias on both sides. I'm biased a little bit. I'm not biased. Well, I don't think I'm biased. I want the Western players to win. I want them to do good against Koreans. Because I think that they're right up there with the Koreans, some of the Koreans. So the one thing is, oh, this overload's stuck. I think that Shin and Gensei is like having Kobe and Michael Jordan on a team, and that's not how it works. You can't do that. And so like Hydra and I think Cole, super strong team. I think Rabbit, keeping all the teams somewhat fair. It's like NBA, you don't want a fully stacked team. It's just unfair. And that's why I want to see Durami and Buell play Gensei and Rabbit. See how they do. Because I think that Rabbit and Gensei are a better team. Honestly, I think, because I compare, I mean, Gensei is so freaking good. I mean, he's super, super good. Hydra, super good. And when I compare Hydra to Paul Pierce, like Paul Pierce is like a freaking stud. Don't like the spread there from, I don't like that spread right there from Hydra though. Usually you don't want to spread your probes. Saying that but I still don't like the spread. So, because you lose that mining time, that's at least, that's a lot of minerals. So we got Zerg, and this is El Chapo. So, this is Peter, I think. So, and then you got Durami, who's going to be in a nice spot abuse for Hydra. So we got 2 Protoss versus a Protoss Zerg, and Buell going to probably just run. He's going to try to take out the Zealot first, and then try to run in here. Going to have a cannon in here. Nice push, putting the Zealot right here. Cannon is going to save the day, so is this a cannon as well? No. So, might don't want to put that cannon up here, though. Going to get a probe, and taking out probes, and nice little micro there from Hydra. Should just pull all these guys to the one side, I think, and keep them on the left side. Kind of like you see it a lot. I don't like the spread. I'm not a fan of it, but you guys let me know if, I mean, I never see the Korean spread, and I always felt like it slowed down your minerals a lot. But going to try to box in Hydra right here, and speed Zergling. So I think he probably will get boxed in here. That cannon is going to finish, and Durami is going to have to try. I mean, Peter, nice little counter. So this is smart move here by Peter. It's exactly what you need to do. Counter, go after some of the drones if you can, and make sure that you are defended somewhat well. So when they do counter you, because they're going to definitely just counter. They're going to go for a counter on Peter probably real soon. So, and we know Buell's got a super sick Zerg. So let's see what Hydra's going to do. Oh, they're going to try. So Hydra, they're going to try to break out. So this is not a lot of Zealots though. So we'll see if this works. This is 3 cannons. These guys are nicely placed in here, trying to block off Hydra from getting out. Hydra's got a lot of Zealots right here. Gonna spread them out so they don't go single file, but they go all together. But these Zerglings right here are gonna. This is not a lot of Zealots coming from. Yeah, I don't think this will work. Ooh, actually, he brought the Zealots over, so it may work. So I think he will be able to break out of here. So need to just keep pushing right here and send these guys over. He's bringing these guys back though, and I think he's gonna get out of here. So gonna be able to bust this out, and that's gonna work out. So that was a miscue by Durami. So Durami should not have brought his Zealots over here, because they were trying to box. I think they were trying to box in both, and that was a good move. So, and now Durami gonna have to start canning up. Obviously, he's got fast tech. He's got a Citadel on the way. We'll see if this is a counter Dragoons, super fast tech from Hydra, and he's got a robotics facility. So I am liking the way Hydra's playing this one. There's already robotics for Durami as well, but they're gonna be able to do some damage right here. So going up and around, smart move here. You want to bring these guys attack here and then attack here. So smart move here. Might even take out the Citadel. Or is this a Templar Archives? Maybe get the support bay if you can. Gonna maybe try to re-cannon this. We'll see. But doing a really, really nice job here. And we'll see if they try to just box in. Maybe just try to box in the Protoss. But they took all this out. So really nice job. Dragoons are gonna be coming real soon. 4 of them. Hydra playing this one like a Korean. I'm telling you. Hydra is a freaking stud. I'm telling you. And let's see what the tech is. Dragoons. So Peter playing this one really nicely as well. These got to be all Dragoons, I'm sure. Some of them are. So both of them playing this one really nicely. And Hydra going to get an observatory, I'm guessing. Yeah, so knowing that, probably going to go with DTs and a Reaver drop. We'll probably get a couple cannons right here. Get a Nexus. A couple cannons right there. Going to get that observer, because you just have to worry about lurkers. And Hydras are going to be coming from Buell. So yeah, smart move here by Peter. They're going to box in the Zerg. And then what I think Hydra should do is send his army right here. Make sure that Durami doesn't cannon up. And kind of just 1v1 him a little bit. That's what I think he should do. But it looks like they might be going for an attack. But I think Hydra should 1v1 right now against Durami, while Peter holds this and cannons in the Zerg. Because we're really not going to be able to get much done here. You cannon in the Zerg, you're in good position. And you want to kill the Protoss that's above you, because you're going to get absolutely worked by drops. Spot abuse. So this is a lot of Dragoons. Here's the help coming from Durami. Not much. Not able to box them in though. Hydra should be coming out. This is a lot of Sunkens though. A lot of Dragoons. Gonna keep trying to push in here. And I don't see actually any Hydras coming from Buell. He's actually supply stuck. So here's your Zealots coming in here. And I think he will be okay though. So a lot of Zealots right here. Microing this pretty nicely. Got the Observer in here. So beautiful. Gonna see that Reaver. And ooh, a lot of Dragoons. So really, really crushing it this game. Crushing it. Peter and Hydra absolutely crushing it. So that was a really strong attack right there. I didn't think that was going to work. There was a lot of Sunkens. Did he lose his Hydra stand? Maybe he lost his Hydra stand. He maybe put it up here. So mistake there by Buell, and looking really, really good here. So Observer going to see this drop. He's going to know. And he's going to pull these probes. So he's got all the cannons in the world. Absolutely playing this one. Both Peter and Hydra playing this one really strongly. Peter needs to get that Citadel ASAP though. Once you got that, there's a drop coming right here. Once you have that 100 Where is it? 100 gas. Get that Citadel ASAP. So you can get that speed, and then you guys can just really just go for the attack. Gonna have the observer and just bulldoze through. But this is looking like an easy win for Hydra and Peter. So drop coming in. Gonna pull, and these guys are gonna go up and around, unfortunately. And sometimes they do that. It's unfortunate. So a lot of Dragoons here. Speed Zealots versus Dragoons. Gonna have the observer. So this is gonna get cleaned out. So Durami is going to be dead. So really well played here. I almost think, well, I don't know. I was gonna say I'm not sure if Peter played better than Evil, but that was just a different game. But really strong performance from Hydra and Peter. Really nice mass. There's your robotics. Should be getting that Citadel, but this one's over, and I think they know it's over. And for good measure, Hydra's got the upgrade, and he's got a Templar drop. I mean, I gotta say, damn, Hydra. Damn. Playing like a boss. Damn. I mean, give Hydra some respect right there. That was some sick play right there. I mean, I don't mean to be like on Hydra's balls or whatever, but that was really solid play right there for sure. Peter played super good too, but just having the tech as well after he got the Dragoons, I think Peter, if he can get that tech as well just as fast, I mean, he's right there. So definitely, here's my recap. I mean, I'm gonna do a super series of Kokani and Jose versus Gensei and Rabbit. We'll be able to compare what Korean team we think is better. I think that the Korean team of Gensei and Rabbit is better. And then we'll also get to see, I mean, we can compare Hydra and Evil, and then Hydra and Peter together, and then also Kokani and then Jose together, and kind of compare them. But I really think that Western players are right there with the Korean players. I think it's just the right Western players, and then them playing together and having the right strategies and figuring out, okay, we need to always like defend right away after we go for an attack, and we're going after their probes or something like that, because Koreans almost always counter, or we can always, while we're building our cannons and stuff, just get a super easy reaver drop, because they're going to have zero defense. So you can just drop a reaver, blow out all their probes, and then just defend against drops, and then it's going to be GG after that. So I'm excited to see both styles kind of morph against each other, because Koreans are super aggressive. Western players are can be aggressive, but then they also defend against aggressiveness, and it'll be interesting to see. So subscribe, like, let me know what you guys think, and I'll be doing that super series of Kokani Jose versus Gensei and Rabbit. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.